Earlier this year, I was hired to be a performer on a major tour with somebody who is huge in the industry. So I was excited, proud of myself for getting the opportunity. Unfortunately, some things happened, and I can't get into the details of exactly what that was because it's already a legal issue right now. But the reason why I'm speaking out about this is because getting fired or getting blamed or shamed or threatened or anything like that simply for reporting misconduct or safety threats at work is not okay. And I know that there's a lot of other people out there who have been afraid to speak up, and I understand. And if that's you, I see you. And that's pretty much it.
Will Smith wasn't supposed to be this guy. Hollywood's cleanest image, now surrounded by lawsuits, disturbing claims, and resurfaced clips people ignored for years. But here's the part nobody can explain away. His own son reportedly tried to legally separate from his parents at 15. Uncomfortable public moments, a Scientology-linked school, serious allegations being discussed online, and people from Will's inner circle finally speaking up. So the question isn't, did Will Smith snap? The question is, what was really happening inside that house long before the world noticed?
Say to all of you, there is no part of me that thinks that was the right way to behave in that moment. I am deeply remorseful, and I'm trying to be remorseful without being ashamed of myself. I made a mistake, and I'm trying not to think of myself as a piece of shit.
For most of his life, Will Smith was Hollywood's untouchable golden boy. The safe bet, the clean image, the guy who never slipped up, the last person anyone expected to self-destruct. But imagine watching that spotless legacy slowly unravel. Between lawsuits alleging misconduct and shocking claims coming from people once closest to him, including his own inner circle, Will Smith is now dealing with problems that could seriously threaten both his career and his personal life.
Just that's being shopped around, a Diddy and another Mill. They say the other Mill is an A-list celebrity.
I would wonder if he's white or black. And if I'm looking at any black guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy, there's only one that I could come up with, and there's a few I could come up with. Will Smith, he's bigger than Diddy.
When you reach Will Smith's level of fame, you start making choices regular people would never even consider. Back in 2008, Will and Jada made a move that didn't raise enough eyebrows at the time. They opened a private school called New Village Leadership Academy in Calabasas, California, and reportedly poured millions into it. On the surface, it sounded perfect. A progressive, elite school designed for Hollywood's kids, offering top-tier education money could buy. But later, uncomfortable details started surfacing. The school wasn't exactly traditional. It was based on something called study technology, a learning method connected directly to the Church of Scientology. Teachers were required to train at the Scientology Celebrity Center. Inside the classrooms, portraits of L. Ron Hubbard reportedly lined the walls. Former staff members later claimed the school was essentially a Scientology institution in everything but name. By 2013, parents began pulling their children out, and the school shut down. That's when people really started asking questions. Why would someone as brand conscious as Will Smith tie himself to something this controversial? One theory that keeps circulating online is coercion. Scientology is known for auditing, intense sessions where members reveal their deepest fears, secrets, and past trauma while connected to an e-meter. These sessions aren't just conversations, they're recorded and stored. Gan Deal even claimed the organization had compromising material on Will Smith, allegedly a secret recording that could have been used as leverage.
You know Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Don't. No, she, yeah, because she don't just,
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused in one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start I'm standing in my house.
At the same time, other things were catching people's attention. Take Will's long-standing friendship with actor Dwayne Martin. Dwayne never reached Will's level of stardom, but he was always present. Red carpets, events, private gatherings. At first, it looked like a tight Hollywood brotherhood, but over time, some people felt the bond seemed unusually intense. Whispers started circulating that the relationship went beyond friendship. Those rumors never fully hit mainstream media, though, largely because Will's team was extremely effective at managing the narrative. Then there was the marriage itself. On the surface, Will and Jada looked solid, but longtime viewers noticed something felt off. Their interview chemistry seemed forced. The public displays of affection felt rehearsed, almost like reminders rather than natural moments.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
We were over.
Fast forward to around 2016, and things clearly shifted. Jada later admitted that was the year they essentially stopped living as a married couple. That's not a small rough patch, that's a complete breakdown. And the fact that she felt comfortable admitting it publicly says a lot about how messy things had become. You and I were going through a very difficult time. Yeah, and we decided I was done with you. Yeah, you kicked me to the curb. I was done with you. Yeah. Marriages have that, though. Yeah. We basically broke up. We decided we were going to separate for a period of time. At that point, it was indefinite. I really felt like we could be over. Yeah, we were over. During the pandemic, Jada sat down at Red Table Talk and dropped what became one of the biggest celebrity bombs of the decade. She revealed her entanglement with singer August Alsina, claiming it happened while she and Will were separated. She also said Will had given his blessing, something Will awkwardly backed up during the same episode.
There, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
The entire moment was uncomfortable to watch, not just because of the affair, but because it felt strangely performative, like a scripted lesson on marriage, healing, and forgiveness, and nobody could tell how much of it was genuine. The word entanglement instantly became a meme, and the internet couldn't let it go. But there's another layer people rarely connect. That same year, 2016, Jada was also a leading voice behind the Oscars So White boycott. She openly called for people to skip the ceremony. Fast forward to the 2022 Oscars, and Chris Rock joked about her boycott on stage. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. There were rumors floating around that Chris Rock had asked Jada out after divorce rumors started circulating. Whether that's true or not remains unconfirmed, but when you add all that context together, it becomes easier to understand why that joke may have hit harder than it seemed. Will may not have been reacting to just one punchline, but to years of unresolved tension and private history boiling over in public.
To my queens out there that have been cheated on by their men, it's not your fault. Stop making it your fault. To my kings out there that have been cheated on by their women, stop making it your fault. Yes, women cheat too. Now here's the other thing. This is one of the strongest forces in the universe that we have to deal with. This is about self-mastery. It's not even about what's going on in a relationship. This is about self-mastery.
After the Oscars incident, things didn't quiet down the way Will's team likely hoped. Instead, doors opened. People who had stayed silent for years suddenly started speaking, and they weren't holding back. One of them was Tisha Campbell. She had been married to Dwayne Martin, the same longtime friend from Will's inner circle. Tisha has hinted that there's more to the relationship between Will and Dwayne than the public knows, and that the truth would eventually come out. And that wasn't the end of it. Bryce Gray, an actor from Empire, also surfaced with unsettling claims tied to his interactions with Will Smith.
You know, he's surrounded by a whole lot of strength. He's surrounded by a whole lot of love. And all he has to do is add discipline, and he's gonna be all right.
Brycer later had a meltdown where he talked about the industry and how different things were hurting him.
Anybody can do anything. It's just like, I'm not normal no more. Being a celebrity sometimes comes with, like, everybody wants to be successful in a celebrity and stuff like that, but it comes with, you know, sometimes, and to allegations is kind of crazy.
This is heavy territory, and a lot of it is difficult to verify. But when multiple people begin telling similar stories, patterns start forming. Then there's Jaguar Wright. She's made explosive claims about Hollywood power circles that go far beyond Will Smith alone. She's spoken openly about rituals and the darker side of the entertainment industry, things most people never see or hear about.
Of all that he talked, he say nothing about Bashir. He played his television father.
Right.
He was on set. He saw what Charlie Mack and them were doing. He knew they were taking those young boys to Diddy. They all knew.
Believe everything she says or not, she's part of a much bigger conversation happening right now. But in this specific story, one name stands out the most: Bilal Salam. If that name sounds unfamiliar, here's why it matters. Bilal claims he was Will Smith's childhood friend, there from the early days in Philadelphia before the fame. He later became Will's personal assistant, with access to parts of his life most people never see. Now, Bilal has become one of the most serious threats to Will Smith's reputation, and potentially much more. In December 2024, he filed a $3 million lawsuit against Jada. But the lawsuit itself is only the surface. What Bilal has been saying publicly since then has caused many people to question everything they thought they knew about Will Smith.
This is unlike him, right? So, all right, I open the door to Dwayne's dressing room, and that's when I see Dwayne and having with Will.
Let me process that for a second.
There was a couch, and Will was bent over on the couch, and Dwayne was standing up, killing him. Like, there was murder in there.
In late 2023, Bilal appeared on Unwind with Tasha K, and what he shared wasn't an easy rumor to brush off. He described witnessing an encounter between Will Smith and his longtime friend Dwayne Martin firsthand. I won't repeat the graphic details here because they're disturbing, but the key point is this: Bilal wasn't speculating. He was giving detailed accounts of what he claims he personally saw. According to him, this wasn't a one-time misunderstanding. He described it as an ongoing situation he witnessed multiple times. He also brought up allegations that had quietly circulated in Hollywood for years, but never from someone with his level of proximity. That included the infamous pinky toe comment, a crude, humiliating metaphor meant to demean Will by comparison.
Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type of woman.
You saw her say that Will Smith had a small dick?
Oh, I am saying to you, if a woman is used to something the size of a baby leg and you come in with a pinky toe, there's nothing you can do to please her. You can buy her 80 cars, you can get her 80 private jets. If she's itching for that baby leg, she want that baby leg. You can beat a person so much that they fall into submission.
I'm not here to tell you what's true and what isn't. That's for the courts to decide. But what matters is this: Bilal isn't alone anymore. In January 2026, another lawsuit was filed. This one came from Brian King Joseph, a finalist from America's Got Talent known for his violin skills. In 2024, Brian was hired to join Will Smith's tour. What he alleges is serious. According to court filings, Brian claims Will Smith displayed predatory behavior and intentionally groomed him for possible exploitation. Brian says Will told him, "You and I have such a special connection that I don't have with anyone else." On its own, that might sound flattering, but in the context of these allegations, experts say it mirrors classic grooming tactics, making someone feel uniquely chosen, emotionally indebted, and gradually lowering boundaries. And when you place that claim next to everything else that's come out, it raises questions that are becoming harder to ignore.
People have power, people take advantage of it. People know that they can just dangle a carrot in your face. Well, they don't know, they assume that, okay, because I'm Will Smith and because I'm an A-list actor, celebrity, then you are gonna drop and do whatever it is that I say and I can help build you opportunities. And hey, you're a violinist and you're on tour because of me.
But the most disturbing part of this story reportedly went down in Las Vegas in March 2025. Brian says he was on tour, staying at a hotel, when his tour bag and hotel room keys suddenly went missing. Hours later, both were mysteriously returned. When he entered his room, he says it was obvious someone had been inside without permission. What was left behind is what makes this chilling. First, a handwritten note signed Stone F, a name Brian claims is connected to Will Smith or someone in his inner circle. The note read, "Brian, I'll be back no later, 5:30. Just us, Stone F." That phrase, "just us," suggests an expectation of privacy and intimacy. Then, there were the items left behind. Wipes, an empty beer bottle, and most alarming of all, a bottle of HIV medication with someone else's name on it. Think about that for a second. HIV medication, not prescribed to Brian, left in the room of someone who says he was being targeted. Brian says he immediately reported everything to hotel security and to Will Smith's management team. Instead of support, he claims he was accused of lying, and shortly after, he was fired. According to the lawsuit, the fallout was devastating. Brian says he developed PTSD, lost income, lost opportunities, and watched his rising career completely derail. And if that wasn't disturbing enough, there's another layer that's made people deeply uncomfortable: the moments between Will and Jaden Smith that resurfaced online. Back in 2013, while promoting After Earth in Thailand, Will and Jaden appeared on a local TV show. In that clip, Will grabbed his then 14-year-old son by the head and forced a kiss on his lips, something Jaden visibly resisted.
You're not looking to kiss my son. I can kiss my son. Jaden, come on. Are you okay? God, this is ridiculous.
You can see it instantly in Jaden's reaction. His body language screams discomfort and rejection. And this wasn't a one-off moment. Reports later claimed Will attempted something similar during an appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
You know I love him, Ellen. I love him.
So this isn't about cultural misunderstanding or awkward humor. This looks like a pattern, and it matters now because people are watching these moments through a very different lens. After the grooming allegations surfaced, viewers went back and re-watched these clips, and what once looked like an overly affectionate dad now reads as something else entirely: a repeated lack of respect for physical boundaries, treating younger people under his authority as extensions of his image rather than individuals with autonomy.
You have kids and you love them and you're proud of them. You just want to kiss them in the mouth sometimes.
We'll have to get you over that. Next time you're here, I got you in my underwear. I'm going to get you some.
No, I shouldn't have told her.
I'm going to get you some ice.
No, he's like, I mean, my baby boy, he's never leaving me ever. Ever. No emancipation for the Smith.
Right.
At just 15 years old, Jaden reportedly asked to become an emancipated minor. He wanted legal separation from his parents, to get out of that household entirely. And Jaden's behavior in the years that followed raised even more questions. The skirts, the high-profile fashion campaigns, the cryptic tweets that sounded disconnected from reality. He talked about speaking Twilight and hunting vampires. Will publicly praised it all as fearless self-expression. But recently, Jaden reframed everything himself. He wrote, "All the weird stuff you've ever seen me do was me thinking I was totally normal. So now sometimes I try to act weird on purpose so y'all think it's intentional. But at the end of the day, I've been trying to fit in this whole time, and I guess it's not exactly going to plan." That doesn't sound like a confident, fearless artist. That sounds like a kid who grew up so detached from normalcy that he didn't even know what normal was. When you connect the dots, the forced kisses, the Scientology-linked school, the emancipation request, the behavior Jaden now calls a cry for help, it raises one uncomfortable question. What was really happening inside that house?
They're both bisexual. They do weird things in their house, and young men have left their house screaming to get away from them in their mentorship. Meek Mills, Bashir Gray, left that house screaming.
Now, let's rewind to Will Smith's Ali era. According to comedian Paul Rodriguez, who worked with Will on the film, something shifted during that time. Paul described the set as a nightmare. He says Will underwent a drastic personality change, becoming abusive, cruel, and nothing like the charming public figure everyone knew. Paul even suggested steroids played a role, calling it straight-up roid rage. He claimed Will treated him terribly after an incident involving the real Dr. Ferdy Pacheco, the man Paul portrayed, who allegedly insulted Will with racial slurs. Paul says Will couldn't confront the real guy, so instead he took his anger out on the person he had power over, the one who needed the job and couldn't fight back. And these aren't just old stories, there's recent evidence too. Westbrook Inc., the media company founded by Will and Jada, has troubling Glassdoor reviews. Former employees describe toxic leadership, ego-driven decision-making, and a culture where speaking up isn't tolerated. There's also a lawsuit involving a female producer who settled a claim against a Westbrook-affiliated entity. She alleged she was marginalized by what she called a male entourage and fired after complaining about the work environment. That case flew under the radar, but it paints a disturbing picture of how that company allegedly operates. For years, there have been whispers that working with Will Smith wasn't what the public believed, and now those whispers are getting louder. This doesn't feel random. It feels like part of a much larger shift happening in the industry. Think about it. The Diddy scandal cracked open conversations about Hollywood party culture and power dynamics. Suddenly, people felt safe speaking up. When one domino falls, others usually follow.
I saw a guy on the internet the other day who said he used to be your security guard, who said that when you were dating J-Lo, Will Smith and Jada tried to pick her up on a threesome and you were gonna beat up Will Smith. Is that true?
The public just isn't buying the celebrity illusion anymore. We're past the era where charm, charity work, or a carefully crafted apology can erase serious allegations. So when the image starts collapsing, when lawsuits pile up and trust evaporates, what do? If you're Will Smith, apparently, you try to stage a comeback.
People don't realize that one bad night is up 10.
In early 2025, Will launched his return with a new album, and the reaction was rough. Critics called it corny. Fans said it felt forced. The music didn't chart, and after 2 decades away from albums, it quietly disappeared.
Will Smith, he dropped the album. He's back. It's called Based on a True Story.
I'm gonna be honest, I will never listen to that.
Then came the single Pretty Girls. It racked up a nearly 60% dislike ratio on YouTube. Critics labeled it a midlife crisis set to music. The lyrics got clowned and the song became a meme, the exact opposite of a redemption moment. Still, Will kept pushing. He reportedly reached out to Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, and other industry heavyweights, hoping to tap into credibility with younger audiences. Whether those conversations went anywhere is unclear, but the fact that he felt the need to ask speaks volumes. Next came the collaborations. KSI, XQC, Brooke Monk, creators with massive Gen Z followings. The strategy seemed obvious. Borrow relevance by proximity.
We good. That's a funny ass clip, but we good.
Yeah, no, because like old people is cheap.
Yeah, that
you can't
yeah.
do, because old people, they're like,
Yeah, that
inherently funny.
It's true. They do a lot of funny,
old people
stupid,
really
stupid stuff, man.
I'm gonna wipe it down real quick.
Yeah, that's good,
that
man.
one- yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're holding it down, though.
We're holding it down.
Yeah.
The KSI collaboration raised eyebrows immediately. A song with someone 20 years younger felt less organic and more like a calculated publicity move. People called it awkward and forced. Then there was the King's Cross station stunt in June 2025. Will showed up at a packed London train station performing his old hits, Fresh Prince era nostalgia. The goal was clear: remind people who he used to be, but the crowd reaction was flat. And what really killed the comeback narrative were reports that his team spent heavily pushing content through social media algorithms, trying to manufacture engagement instead of earning it. Here's the uncomfortable truth about the entertainment industry: it rewards performance, not authenticity. And Will Smith mastered the performance. Maybe he performed so well that he lost sight of who he really was. Or maybe he always knew and just hit it perfectly. That's the real question. Drop your thoughts below, and I'll see you in the next one.